Mortgage News Network presents Grow Your Business with Greg Frost.
Hi, I'm Dave Zitting, CEO of Primary Residential Mortgage. Thanks for joining us today. I'm happy to introduce Greg Frost's informative show entitled Grow Your Business. I know Greg has some great ideas for you, so please stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Greg Frost, and I'm here to help you build your business. I'm going to share the business building strategies, tactics, and systems that I used and have shared with thousands of loan originators around the country that helped me become the first billion-dollar mortgage originator. That's billion with a B, and I'm about to show you how I did it. I think one of the best ways to build your business is to get like people. And this is a principle out of Robert Cialdini's book, Influence, The Power of Positive Persuasion. People like to do business with people like them. So like-minded people, like-type people like to do business together. You've got some like-minded, like-type people that you're doing business with now. Why don't you see if they can't find some other like-type people in their office and introduce you to them? How about the up-and-comers in a real estate office? Find them by asking the realtors who are referring you business now if they don't have somebody in their organization who is that way. What I would say is, I'd really like to meet him, but I'd appreciate it if you'd introduce him to me. Would you consider bringing him to breakfast, my treat, and I'll just meet him at the breakfast meeting. Worked extremely well. And the neat thing is when the realtor shows up with their realtor friend at breakfast, they understand the drill. They're salesmen. So what they end up doing is putting their salesman's cap on, and you get about a 7 or 8 minute infomercial on what a wonderful guy you are, how they send you all their business, how you always do a great job for them, and may even cite some examples of some tough ones you pulled out of the fire. And you can sit there, I used to sit there and I'd blush and I'd be all, "Ah, shucks, thank you so much," and everything. And I would never, ever try to sell the person at the first breakfast meeting. Never. What I would do is interview him. I'd get my pad and paper out and I'd say, "Well, I asked Jim here if he knew an up-and-comer over at the real estate company, somebody that I might enjoy working with as much as I enjoy working with him, somebody that was really going to be a star in the business. And quite honestly, that's why you've been invited here. Jim feels you're that kind of a person." So now they look at Jim and, "Oh, gee, Jim, thank you so much. I appreciate you talking about me like that." And everybody's happy, right? And I just start interviewing. And I'll tell you what, but I could ask you 7 questions, and by the end of the 7 questions, I will have found some common ground. I can ask you probing questions about who you are, where you grew up, where you went to school, where you live in town, what organizations you're in, where do you go to church, and I will find some commonality that we can relate to, and I can show you that I'm people like you. And I can do that by doing a little interview and writing down the answers. Now, I think it's important to write down the answers, okay? Think about this. When you see somebody talking to you and asking you questions and they start writing down the answers, aren't you impressed with that person's professionalism? Aren't you impressed with their mission? Don't you take them seriously? Well, that's exactly how the realtor referral person takes me when I do that. And then towards the end of the interview, and again, I don't sell them, I say, "Let me ask you a question. I'm sure you're doing business with a very competent mortgage originator right now, or you wouldn't be enjoying the success you're enjoying. If you don't mind sharing with me, who might that be?" Now, sometimes I get a little guarded about that, so I just say, it's really okay. We all know one another. There's no secrets. It's too small of a market. There are no secrets here. So they'll give it up, and they tell you. No matter who they say, even if it's Attila the Hun, good guy, or great gal, that's your reply. If I don't know what company are they with, I say, "What company are they with?" Now, I don't say good company or great company because I'm going to compete against the company. I'm not going to compete against them personally. I'm going to compete against the company. I'm going to position myself and my company against that company, not against them, against that company. If I do know them and I do know the company, I'll still ask, "Is he still with Bright Mortgage?" And they look and they say it's either yes or no. But I plant a little seed of indecision there. Oh, is he moving, or did he move, or is he a job hopper, or whatever? He may not be, but I've planted that little thought. Then I say this: if you could have a perfect situation with your mortgage resource, what would you need to have that you don't have now? And I'm not asking them to badmouth the person they're doing business with now. I'm just asking them, what would make perfection in a relationship? In other words, what don't you have now that you'd like to have? And I write that down. Once I finish with my interview, I thank them for coming, and I say, listen, if you don't mind, I'd like to noodle on this for a while. I've got some ideas. You've caused me to think. Would it be okay if I called you on Monday and we scheduled another time together? And if you don't mind, I'd like to invite you to come to my office. Would that be something you'd be willing to do? They always say yes. So the second meeting is a business meeting in my office, and I have a chance to show them around, and they start to experience the Frost mortgage experience, okay? And then I sit down with them and I talk to them about features and benefits, and I talk to them about that thing or two that they told me that they wanted, that would make it a perfect relationship, and of course I fulfill whatever it was that they're asking for, if I possibly can. This is a great way for you to meet new realtors, new up-and-coming realtors. It's a great way for you to stroke your real estate agent that you're doing business with now, make them feel important. And it's a good way for you to line up some additional realtors and potential referral partners. And when I ask them to do business with me, I always ask for just one buyer referral a month. I understand you've done business with somebody else. I wouldn't dream of asking for all of your business. I'd just like you to consider goaling us to do one a month for the next 90 days. That's 3 loans. And I think if I'm working with 3 of your clients and working with 3 loans, I think I can show you that perfection that you were looking for. They'll readily commit to 1. And that gives you a starting point for every conversation from then on to talk about getting that 1 referral that they've promised you, okay? So think about having a buddy for breakfast. Ask the real estate agents that you're doing business with right now to bring 1 person to breakfast, introduce you to them, and then work them like I've just suggested. And see if you don't increase the number of realtors that are referring you business by a factor of 50%. And that's only closing half of them. I think you probably can do better than that. I'm Greg Frost. I'll be here another time with another idea. Good luck to you.
We at Primary Residential Mortgage are committed to helping our loan originators build their personal production skills and leverage Greg Frost training and mentorship wherever we can. We're happy to sponsor Greg's training on the Mortgage News Network and hope that you found an idea or two that can help you grow your business. Thanks for your time.
Grow Your Business airs every Wednesday at 7 a.m. Eastern Time and can be viewed on MortgageNewsNetwork.com.
This is Mortgage News Network.